Hey viewers, this is my another video on the topic of string functions. This is the part 1 and the link for the part 2 is in the description. So check it after watching this video. So our first function is len. I have also used the function len in my previous video. If you have watched that, you can relate. So len is the function which counts the characters of any string. That is, it counts the length of any string. So when you will code it, just I am giving you example. Here I have taken the string hello world, which is stored in the variable str. Then I have taken another variable len underscore str, which contains len and in parenthesis str. So this len str will give us the total number of characters this string holds. That is the hello world holds. And you can take another variable also, like in the place of str. So you will write the variable name inside the parenthesis of len function, and you can also directly print this without storing it in the len underscore str variable or any type of variable. You can directly write print and in parenthesis len and again in parenthesis str. So here my third line is saying print, and in double quotes I have written the length of the string is, and then comma, and after this I have written len underscore str. So this will give me the output, the length of the string is, and whatever the number of characters this string holds. When we will run this code, then our output will be like this, as I said. So 13 is the number of characters which this string holds. This is the another way how we can use the len function, like underscore underscore len underscore underscore parenthesis. So the string is same, and I have taken here len underscore str variable as well. This stores the length of the string, which means the character this string holds. But here I have written the format in a different way. Here I have written str dot underscore underscore len underscore underscore parenthesis. This will also give us the same output as the previous one, but this is the another way of writing, and this is another function we can say for finding the length of the string. We will run this code and the output will be same. The next function of a string is capitalize. This capitalize function is used to make the first letter of any string capital. So here the string I have taken is the same, and in my string every character is in lowercase. So I will write print str dot capitalize. Here I have directly used the function. I have not created any other variable to store the data of str dot capitalize. So when I will code, when I will run this code, print str dot capitalize, then it will give me the string I have taken, but the first letter will be capital. But here the thing which is to keep in mind is this creates a new string and then give us as the output. It does not change the old one. Like if you will print str after doing the capitalize function, after using the capitalize function, then again you will get your same string as you have taken. So this does not changes the old string, but it creates a new string and give you as your output. So we will run this program, and we can see that here the output of print dot capitalize is as we expected, and the output of print str is the string which we have taken in this starting. So this is very important thing to keep in mind. Now if you want to change your original string, like in the previous example, you that in that way you can't change your string, you can change your original string. But if you want to change your original string permanently, so you have to write the code in this way, like I have written here. You have to write str is equals to str dot capitalize. This will store your new string in the variable which you have taken in the starting, that is str. So it will store your new string and the old string will be removed. Then if you will print str dot capitalize or print str, both will give you your new string with the first letter capital. The next function is title. The title function is used to make the first letter of each word in capital. So our string is same. Here all the letters are in lowercase. So in third line I have written print str.title. This will make the string but with the first letter capital of both hello and word. So we will run this code and this will be our output. And similarly, like the capitalized one, this also creates the new string, not changes the original one. Next function is upper. This function is used to make all the letters of the string, each and every letter of the string in the capital letter. So first we will check that is our string is in the uppercase or not. So we can use is upper function. Is upper function is used to check that whether our string is in uppercase or not. Similarly, there are many types of functions like is lower, is alpha, is alnum. I will make a separate video on these type of functions. These functions which checks anything, it gives the output in either true or false, like in the boolean data type. So when we will check this, as I have written in the third line, print str dot is upper, then it will return me false as an output because my string is not in uppercase. Only the first letter of the string is capital and all the other letters are in lowercase. So it will give me false because it is not in the uppercase. So this is our output. Now we will change this into the string which is in uppercase, which contains all the letters in uppercase. So we will simply write print str dot upper, and this will make a new string with all the letters in capital. But similarly, like the capitalize and the title function, it does not change the old one. It only creates the new string with as its rules and give us as our output. So we will run this code and here is our output. Here each and every letter is in capital letter. Next function is lower. This function is opposite of the upper function. It makes all the letters of the string in the lower case. So first we will check is our output is in lowercase or not. Here I have changed the string and the h of hello is also in the small letter. So here the every letter of my string is in a small letter. So when I will print str dot is lower, then it will give me true as the output because yes, my string contains all the letters in lowercase. Now in this example, I have changed my string a little bit. This hello world is a mixture of lower and uppercase alphabets. Now I will use my lower function, and before using my lower function I will show you like this is not in the lower case. Again for checking this we can use str dot is lower, and this will now give us the output false. So we will now use our lower function, and we will simply write print str dot lower. This will return us a string which contain all the letters in the lower case, and our string will not be changed permanently. That is not our original string will not be changed, but it will give us a new string with our requirements. So this after running our code, this will be our output. Next function is find. Find function is used to find any letter or any word, but if your string contains more than uh, one occurrence of any letter or word you want to find, then it will give the output as the first occurrence of that letter or word or any character. And this give output in the form of index. Like whatever you want to find, it will give the index of your the thing the which you want to find. So here I have written O in the parenthesis of find, and I have simply written print str dot find O, which means I want to find O in my string. But there are two O in my string hello world. So what will be the output? The output will be 4 as the first occurrence of O is at the fourth index. So find always give the occurrence of the always give the first occurrence of whatever we are finding. So when we will run this code, our output will be 4. as the first occurrence of O is at the fourth index. If you will write any word to find in your string in the parenthesis of the find function, then it will return the index of the first letter of that word as the output. Like here I have written print str.find world in the double quotes. Remember that anything you have to write is in the double quotes because you are working with string. So when we will run this code, then our output will be 7. Why? Because W is at the 7th index. So whatever the word you are finding, it will give the index of the first letter of that word. And if you want to find any characters, like my previous example as O, so it will simply give the index of O, but of the first occurrence. Now, in the find function, you can also give two parameters in the parenthesis. Like the first one is the one which you want to find in your string. And here I have given the second parameter, which is the index. So I have written print str.find and in parenthesis O comma 5. This means that I want to find the O character in my string, which is after the fifth index. The first one was at O, like in my first example of find function. So I have written here 5. Like this will give me the output of the index of O, which is after the fifth index. So here our output will be 8. In this way, we can find different uh, characters. If a single character has multiple occurrence in a string, so this way can help us to find the other characters. Now, if you will write anything inside the inside the parenthesis of the find function, like which is not in the string which you have mentioned, then it will not return any error. It will simply give -1. Now, next function is count, and yes, here I have written str.count o. So this will count the number of times our letter or a word has occurred, whatever we are searching for. So here I have written print str.count o. This will find that how many times I have written o in my string. So in hello world there are two o, so my output will be 2 simply. If you will give any letter or any word to count in the parenthesis of count function which do not exist in your string, then it will return 0 as our output. And in find function, in this case, the find function returns -1 and the count function returns 0. The last function which we have to discuss in this video is replace. This simply replaces the word and changes the string with the new word. This takes two parameters in its parenthesis. Like the starting functions didn't take any parenthesis like the capitalized, title, lower, upper, but find and count takes the parameters, and the replace function takes two parameter in its parenthesis. The first one is the word which we want to replace, and the next one the word by which we are replacing the old one. So the parameters are like the old one comma the new one. So here I have written print str.replace hello comma namaste, which means I want to replace the hello word of my string by namaste. When I will run this code, my output will be namaste world. This will give me the string, but it will also not change it. That's all for this video. There will be a second part of the string functions in which we will discuss more functions of a string. So the link is in description box. Go and check. Thank you for watching and follow for more.